Oh, there we go. There's two things I really like about this camera. It's got stabilization, really good stabilization, and it's got horizon lock. So no matter like how you point the camera, it will always keep the horizon level, which is really, really cool. There we go. The selfie stick's heavier than I thought it would be. Holy cow. Yeah, it's pretty long, isn't it? It's like 1.2 meters. It's made out of carbon fiber. It's like really strong. I think I think you could even use it as a baton, like the police, if you had to.
Hard walking in the snow. Like the sidewalk.
Yeah, probably same as me. Yeah, actually. I'm pretty sure. Because that one is for everyone. That one you have to be under 16 and probably your age.
Apparently you didn't watch where it went. On your ball. Where's your ball? Hot out.
Yeah.
The dress is so warm.
Yeah, I've got a shirt and a sweater on. I was thinking about that too.
I didn't know it was like 7. I thought it was like 0.
Oh, I told you on the phone it was 5.
Yeah, we should have wear this.
Come on!
God, that's a big dog.
Probably all wondering what that stick is.
Oh, probably. wonder what that plant is over there with that waterfall.
Water treatment, I think. Here's your ball.
Did you know that the water that we drink in Edmonton
Tucker.
comes from the North Saskatchewan?
Yeah. I hope they take it like before all the waste gets dumped into it though.
Well, it's tested every single day, so I mean, you could argue that tap water is safer than bottled water because they test it so often, right? And I don't know how well regulated bottled water actually is, but I'm sure it reaches FDA standards.
You lose the ball.
So do you normally get weekends off?
Yep.
Oh, that's nice, eh? But at Windhouse, there must be people working on the weekends, I would think.
Yep. Go get your ball.
Which job in social work has been your favorite thus far?
I don't know. They're all alright, I guess. Yeah.
Because Zeus is chasing him. That guy bounces around. Zeus is stressed out by all that guy's bouncing. He thinks, whoa, what are you having too much fun for?
So you walk Charlie every day?
Try to. Should walk him every day.
I would think you get a fair amount of exercise.
It's alright. Pretty in shape, so.
Oh yeah, me too.
Gotta go back to the gym.
I think right now I'm probably the fattest I've ever been.
Yeah, I gained a lot of weight too.
I think it's those Timbits. They're starting to add up on me. And
Yeah, everyone's got like 100 calories or 80 calories. Like 10's got like 800.
yeah, but I never eat more than 5 at a time, eh?
Well,
Or 5 in a day. I usually buy like a 10 pack and it lasts me 2 days. Because I find 10 is too much. You know, I don't like to eat too much sweet stuff. Never have. Not like your mom. Like, I mean, she could probably eat a whole bucket of icing. You know.
I get sick if I did that.
Oh, she's told me she's done it.
Well, that's probably why she has diabetes.
Yeah, I think so. Well, and obesity too. I mean, I think obesity and diabetes are really closely correlated.
Remember that one? We were trying to find something that reminded us of puppy.
Yes, now I'm wondering if the horde killed my friend Mark. You know, like if the horde killed my friend Mark, like like
Oh, like
like
it's hoarding?
yeah, like toxic mold that he was unaware of or something like that. You know.
Maybe. She's probably like mouse poop and stuff in there.
Well, yeah, exactly, because you can't see how clean the house is, right? Because everything is covered in boxes, you know. It's amazing how you don't realize that so many things are dangerous, you know.
Yeah.
And the fact that he never tried going to the hospital before it happened kind of makes me think that he probably didn't think he was in that serious of condition, you know.
Yeah, she could've just had a heart attack or something.
Well, Mark was an exceptionally healthy eater, and he even periodically went for jogs around the block, eh? So
I thought he didn't leave his room for like months.
yeah, that's also true. But I mean, Mark was always the type of guy that would be like, "Oh, I don't eat that fat. I don't eat that kind of food because it's got bad fats, you know. I only eat food with healthy fats, you know, like." Because he would always lecture people on nutrition, right? So it's just a real shock that he was so deathly ill, you know. I don't think he knew what was coming.
Even like hockey players have had heart attacks before. Like athletes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Sometimes it's like a genetic thing.
Yeah. Well, there was a football player who just recently had one, right?
Yeah. There's been a couple times like NHL players just like collapsed on the bench from a heart attack. And one had to get like a pacemaker and he couldn't play ever again.
Oh my gosh.
And then a few of them got like myocarditis from COVID. And then they couldn't play anymore either because it was too dangerous.
What, they didn't get themselves vaccinated?
Like this one guy on the Oilers didn't. And this other guy got it before there was vaccines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 guys on the Oilers. Well, they couldn't play for like a year or 2 because it was too dangerous to like get their heart rate up.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where you really think to yourself, like, what the fuck, right? You know? It's like you just feel that it's like just so wrong that it happened, you know? It wasn't supposed to happen, but of course it was supposed to happen because it happened, you know?
Yeah. Nice ball.
Yeah. I think next week it's supposed to get really cold.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a polar vortex.
That's what Don was saying, yeah.
Not too bad, it's so nice this week.
Yeah.
At least all the snow should melt by then. Like on the driveway and stuff. It was like minus 60 in Russia. Because of the polar vortex.
Did you know that my friend Don got recognized by the Queen's Jubilee for his advocacy for disabled people?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. He got nominated by, I think, like 30 people,
Wow.
which is a lot of nominations.
So do they have like a King's Jubilee now?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's a really good question.
Also holding a ball.
Yeah.
Look at the slobber from that. Oh, jeez. Sucks for the dog. Teddy.
So you've got another pair or something like that. Uh-oh.
He wants it.
Oh my god. Get her ass. Get up in her face.
Yeah.
What's that dog humping you?
That would have annoyed me too.
Charlie's pretty patient. He's usually just focused on the ball.
Yeah. Well, he's a black lab, right?
Yeah.
Lay down, Sam. Not yours, pup. Sammy. Come on, Sammy. Yeah, not yours, bud. Too bad.
Oh, it really smells a strong hint of weed.
Wait. No.
Thank you. Sorry about all this slobber.
It's all good.
Oh, me, I'm sorry.
Come on, Greg. Yeah.
All right. Daisy.
everywhere.
Have you ever lost balls coming down here?
Yeah, quite a few times. Usually when there's snow.
Yeah, I wonder when the snow melts if there's like an excess of doggy balls laying around.
Probably. He lost one under that bench. He got like buried in the snow somewhere.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. We were digging around but we couldn't find it. I wonder if it's there now.
Can you give me a second?
Probably long gone. Some dog probably took it.
Let's see. I just gotta blow my nose. And,
Oh, it's a nice ball.
my nose always runs in cold weather.
That's a nice ball.
It's too bad you didn't bring a backpack. You could have put your jacket in it.
Yeah. It's kind of big though. I don't even know if it'll fit.
Oh, that's true.
I'll brush your teeth with your nose.
They put the garbage so far from the bench.
Oh, the bench used to be right beside the garbage. I don't know how it got over there.
Oh.
Someone must have moved it.
Someone bought this bench for a relative.
That's how you lost the last ball. Go get your ball.
Okay, I'm good.
Oh, it is. Camera.
Yeah, 360 camera.
Oh my god. Well, you're recording.
I thought
a
it was a fishing rod at first.
I thought it was a hiking stick.
What are you? Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, with me at least you don't have to worry about walking too far.
Yeah, we usually go to the end and then back.
Yeah. Come on, buddy.
Lots of dogs here today.
Holy cow, dogs are just so motivated, aren't they?
Yeah, Charlie would play ball like all day if he could.
Isn't he starting to get arthritis now?
Yeah, so if I let him play too much, he gets sore.
So he has like no sense of like limiting how much he does?
No, he never has. One time he like tore all his paws open in the river and just kept playing all day anyways.
Oh my gosh.
Until like later, then he couldn't walk and we had to go home.
Yeah. This is really good exercise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully it's like spring soon. It feels like spring today.
Yeah. But I think February is going to surprise us with some more cold weather. But
Well, at least it's like winter's almost over, like 2/3 over.
every month of the year you can expect expect some days when the temperature will be above 0.
I thought in December it wasn't above 0 once or something. It like broke a record.
Oh, perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 35 days in a row below 0 or something.
Well, they were talking about that on the news until yesterday, which I think it was our first +0 temperature. We went 52 days with temperatures below 0.
Yeah, that was like a record or something.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a record, but I think it was like the third or fourth highest streak, longest streak.
We can like walk back beside the river on the way back. There's like a trail in there.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, I have to admit your dog is very well tempered. It's
Yeah. He's a nice boy.
how many years have you had him now?
He's gonna be 9 in April.
Yeah.
He's getting old. We went camping by the river for like 3 days or 3 nights. And like, he was so sore after. He had to be on meds for like a week. He was just like running and swimming all day and like playing with the other dogs.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and then at nighttime, when his like arthritis set in, he was like so stiff, he just like laid by the fire. He always overdoes it. If I don't like make him stop. Then if you put him on a leash, he's just like upset and wants to go play.
Oh, are we gonna go uphill now?
If you want.
Well, what do you want?
You want to go down to the river or up the hill?
Down to the river, I think.
Okay, so if we go up this little hill and then go right, we can go down to the river.
Yeah.
And there's a big hill that goes all the way up, and then you can come back down the stairs. I'm kind of out of shape today.
Yeah, I'm not in my best shape either.
I was so out of shape when I went to the gym the other day. My heart rate was like so high and I was just doing it like gently.
Right.